Hello and welcome back to Dragon Age the Veilguard. We are heading into what sounds like the final mission, but we'll see. We have to go and get the dagger off of Solas, kill an archdemon, and then kill Elgar'nan, saving Neve on the way? We'll see. Yeah, I did realise that I didn't really react very much to Harding's death in the previous episode. But the reason is that I didn't think it was real until the end. I was waiting for the rug to be pulled. I was waiting for it to go, actually, Harding was fine as well. It's just Varric that's dead. But no. Harding is gone, Varric is gone, Neve is gone. We are down to 5 companions. Bellara, Davrin, Emric, Lucanus, and Tash. Although I did just realise something. I was umming and ahhing over taking Harding on the mission, and I chose not to. Damn, that's it's not good. Although I was always going to take Davrin, so I guess I was umming and ahhing over whether I was going to take, like, I'm trying to think the right way of putting it, or whether I was going to take Harding or Bellara. Ah, I see we're still in the eclipse. We could, in theory, enchant. I think we're fine for now, but I do want to check something before we move on. I just want to check that everyone's gear is upgraded, because I don't think I ever actually checked that. Yeah, so your gear could be upgraded. I have no etheric... Okay, I need etheric remnants, and I have none. Alright, well, that answers that question. Well, Bellara, you are the first person we need to speak to. Let's see what you have to say.
Neve meant so much to me, you know? She was my big sister. Not the kind you fight with, but the kind you want to be like. The kind I tried to be to Syrian. But she's gone. Taken by my gods. Neve Gallus. Minrathous detective. And the best friend I've ever had. And now, shit.
It's all right, Bellara.
Let's finish this fight. For Neve. And for Harding.
All right. Well, the first one that's hitting hard there with the lack of Neve. I'm imagining Lucanus is going to say the same thing again. Although, from a different perspective.
Doing this without Neve.
I'm sorry, Lucanus. I know how important she was to you.
She restored much of my faith in people. I wanted to give her the world she deserved. I was lucky to have her in my life at all. Now, all I have left is to avenge her. We want blood.
She was taken. She might still...
False hope could kill me, Rook.
Fair enough. We will leave you be. Who's in the kitchen? Oh, I think the kitchen is the end, right? Yes, do not go to the kitchen. That's fine. Just working out where everyone is. Okay. Let's see what Davrin has to say. Davrin, I think, might be the most together of everybody here. I get the feel... Also, look at this. His place, because he's the only rank 10, is, like... It's got an upgrade. It's got a curtain. But I think is going to be the most together because he's still got a mission. He's got a mission he needs to complete. He's got blight he needs to destroy. He's got archdemons he needs to kill. Let's see what he says. Or does he think about if he had Harding's task?
I keep asking myself, what if I'd been faster on Tearstone Island? I should have pushed myself harder. Would Harding still be around?
You can't know that. None of us can.
She's a hero. Without her, Lucanus would never have gotten his shot at Elgar'nan. And Neve, if she hadn't taken down those wards, we would have run out of time.
We'll get her back, whatever we do.
Damn right we will.
Yeah. He's together. He's focused. But, you know, still a little distracted. But he's got a mission. In here?
There was no trace of you, Harding. You were just gone. You didn't give up when I was lost. Because friends don't give up on each other. And if you're still out there, we will find you. Whatever it takes.
If you're still out there? Maybe I was right all along to not trust when the game tells me a character is dead. If you're still out there, Rook, you are very taunting. And you have teased me here. This. Hello. Yeah, it wasn't really the time to do rock, paper, scissors. But, okay, so Harding may also be alive. I guess we didn't see a body. We saw her sink through the blight. I suppose that doesn't necessarily mean she's dead. Although it does open the possibility for zombie Harding. Which, up until now, we haven't really seen. But by zombie, I'm meaning, like, corrupted by blight Harding that's held together by blight. But, yeah. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hello, Emmerich.
Tash and I have taken over tending the plants in Harding's room. Truth be told, I'm not sure she remembered to water them very often, but they bloomed for her all the same.
She saved my life. All our lives.
All of Thedas owes Lace Harding a debt she would never have even considered.
We'll do her proud in Minrathis.
And against Elgar'nan.
Fair. Okay. Well, we have one last person to speak to. But before we do, there's one other place I want to go. Because who has been sleeping in Varric's bed? I guess it explains why he never fixed Bianca.
Hey, Varric. Are you busy? I came to apologize. Yeah, I know. I'm always apologizing for something. I should have seen this sooner. I should have known. Or maybe I did, and I just didn't want it to be true.
Let's say we miss him.
I really wish you were here. Who's gonna put up with all my self-doubts and listen to me ramble when things go wrong? You never did finish telling me the story about Isabella and the Ari Shock.
I wonder whether that's a deliberate nod to the fact that there is different endings for that, and Isabella might not make it out of some of the endings of that, and maybe what they're just saying is, you never told me the ending, you never told me what happened in the story. There was something else that could have happened with them. But we'll finish what we started.
I'll finish this job. I promise. For you. And Harding. And Neve. And everyone else we've lost. Goodbye, Varric. I know where to find you if I need you.
Explains why no one fixed Bianca. Explains why Neve stuck around for so long. Doesn't explain why Harding was quite so chill, like, afterwards. But it definitely explains why Neve stuck around, like, longer than the job. That is a much better connection than, oh, I just had a job and I want to help. The person who hired her being dead. That's something pretty, yeah. That's something pretty big. Right. Let's go in here and have our chat with Tash.
You came back.
Let's say we missed her.
You're the main reason I came back. Now, as I recall, we have some unfinished business. Unless You still think it's a distraction.
Do I seem distracted?
I don't know. I might need to take a closer look.
Look fast.
All right then. I don't think I'm gonna say that was lovely. Oh, what a fantastic. Oh, what a great time we had. No, definitely not. I think out of these ones, wow.
Damn.
I will destroy anything that ever tries to hurt you.
Sweet talker.
So, we're together now.
I hope so.
I don't know. I've never done this before. I've had sex. I meant being someone's...
Lover?
I'm never calling you that. Ever.
Consort?
No.
We'll figure something out.
I don't want to mess this up. How do I...
Suggest that Tash shows their feelings in a more draconic way? Or suggest that Tash shows their feelings in sweet emotional ways? I don't know. Like, the one on the left gives me, I'm just interested in you for your fire breathing kind of vibes. I'm not interested in you as a person, I'm interested in you as a, like, fire breathing dragon. So I guess we'll suggest that Tash shows their feelings.
People who are together talk with each other. They communicate.
That sounds awful.
If you're not comfortable with it,
No. You being happy matters to me.
I love you too.
Tarala.
Tarala? That's the Canary word for mine?
Yeah. Because that's what you are. Tarala.
Well, okay. It does seem a little, like... It does seem a little odd, right? That we did this in the fish room where we spoke to Solas. It seems like I know it's our bedroom in a way, but it is the fish room where we speak to Solas, which is a little odd. Now we have to go and speak to Tash and get like Tash's other one. I assume the non-romantic one. Let's see. Hey Tash.
I keep expecting Harding to come by and laugh about something. She had the best laugh.
Yeah.
You get enough sleep? Should have let you actually sleep.
I'm glad you didn't.
Go to your room. I'll come by with tea to help you sleep. You want the lavender or the ginger?
I told you, I'm fine.
Okay. But I still get to worry.
Okay. Well, with that, we're going to the kitchen and we're starting the quest. This definitely feels like this is the real final quest for real this time. It doesn't feel like we're coming back here. It feels like this is the final quest. So, actually before we do, I just want to briefly check his room. Alright. Nothing changed. Well, let's gather for a team meal. Also, wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we had 9 seats here, right? Is that right? We had 10 seats here. I miscounted. So we had 10 seats here, but we only had 7 people here at any time. Interesting. Anyway, gather team. A desperate raid on Minrathous offers the only chance to stop both Elgar'nan and Solas, the last gambit. Ah, I see. These are the others.
Thank you all for coming. If we don't stop Elgar'nan today, our world is either dead or blighted. So we keep fighting until the job is done. It's gonna be hard. There's no guarantee any of us will make it.
We're with you, Rook.
Elgar'nan dies today.
Whatever it takes.
Strife, news?
Our scouts confirm Elgar'nan is inside the Archon's palace. There's a giant tendril of blight tethering it to the Divine's manor in Hightown.
Then that's our goal. Breach the city walls and get to that tendril. Emmerich, can we count on Mornwatch support?
The Watchers, living and otherwise, will stand with us.
Every remaining Grey Warden will be there too.
The Antivan crows are ready to pay their respects.
And the Lords of Fortune will be there. For gold and glory.
As will the Veil Jumpers. Someone's got to keep you out of trouble.
Solas is our first target. Without his dagger, we can't kill Elgar'nan.
Our scouts last spotted him working with the Shadow Dragons in the western section of Hightown.
Okay, we go in through Hightown.
But Minrathous was built to hold off an army, even before Elgar'nan fortified it. All the gates will be guarded.
Worse than that. Our scouts reported that the Venatori sealed all the gates with those damn warding crystals.
Can the Veil Jumpers disable them?
Venatori magic won't be a problem.
It's still likely to take time. You may need assistance or someone to protect you while you unravel the wards.
Oh, you work in Arlathan Forest to save countless Veil Jumpers, allowing them to offer excellent support. Companions who have experience with magical wards or protecting others in battle have a better chance to succeed, especially if they are a hero of the Veilguard. I was saying previously, this reminded me of Mass Effect 2's suicide mission. This is the same mechanic. Okay, so companions who have experience dealing with magical wards or protecting others in battle have a better chance to succeed. So, that means it's Balara or Davrin, right? It's got to be Balara.
Balara, I want you helping the Veil Jumpers.
You can count on me.
The Venatori at that gate will be commanded by a war mage. That's how they usually operate.
Lucanus.
If we get rid of the commander, the rest of the Venatori will scatter. Can the crows cut the head off the snake?
Contract accepted.
There's gonna be a lot of guards between you and her. The Lords can clear you a path.
And one of us should be there as well.
He's the mage killer. Companions who have experienced fighting mages or attacking by surprise have a better chance to succeed. It's Lucanus. There's no doubt in my mind. I saw it and it's Lucanus.
Lucanus, how'd you like to kill a Venatori mage?
It would be my pleasure.
I love how she's still wearing the pirate hat.
One last thing might give the crows some trouble. There's a massive construct tall enough to crush buildings. It's guarding the main gate.
It's called a juggernaut. I've read about them. Giant siege constructs built to withstand an invasion.
We're gonna need our heaviest forces against that juggernaut. Evka.
The Grey Wardens have fought ogres and archdemons. We can handle this.
The Morn Watch will lend aid, but against something as large as this juggernaut, we'll require further assistance. Rook?
Companions who have experience fighting massive enemies or constructs have a better chance to succeed. Massive enemies or constructs. Davrin fights massive enemies. Emmerich, he definitely had experience against constructs. I think. I'm starting to question. I'm going through people in my head. I'm like, did he? Yeah, well, I mean, at the end of his mission we did. Definitely fought someone that looked a lot like that. Tash, that's a massive enemy, but it's not the same massive enemy. I think it has to be Davrin. He's the monster slayer. I don't know if this is the right choice. I don't know if this is the right choice. Davrin.
Davrin, you're with the Wardens.
Nowhere I'd rather be.
Emmerich, Tosh, you're with me. We make a run at the gate, get inside, and find Solas. The rest of you get to the Blight Tendril. Once we've got the dagger, we'll meet you there. And take the fight to Elgar'nan.
I think we're ready. I'm taking Tash and Emmerich. Let's go. I'm very uncertain.
I believe in this team, in all of us. So let's get it done. We go on my signal.
I'm glad you believe in them, Rook. As I believe in 2 out of 3. For the Veil Jumpers, for Elven freedom for Minrathous. Oh, I gotta say for Minrathous, right? Out of these ones, I mean, it's not really for the Veil Jumpers. Elven freedom seems like it's not gonna go down well right now. Freedom in general, no, it's for Minrathous. That's why we're here.
For a free Minrathous! Attack!
Worried about the construct. I'm not sure we're gonna kill it.
Focus on the wards.
This one I think will succeed.
Get to the gate!
Come on, come on!
Oh, construct down. I don't see Davrin anywhere though. Now I see him. Oh no.
Cofus, retreat! I'm coming for you! After her! Hey, we gotta move.
Oh! Okay, he did survive. Okay, so
far,
that was
we've
very
made it
cool.
inside the city with minimal losses.
They did their part. Let's do ours.
Okay, guys, I didn't have a chance to set you up because I didn't know you were going to be my companions. Let me just have a quick look. So you are working with applies weakened. You are working with detonates weakened, applies overwhelmed. Perfect. That's all I needed to check. Let's go. Even the music sounds a little Mass Effect-y here. They definitely had their inspirations. Right, back off and shoot him. I'm gonna need one of those, please. Right, hit him. And dash in here. And spin. And hit. That gets us extra abilities, which we can then use to do incredible damage. Dash in, shoot. Dash in, hit. Huge damage. Do it again.
Whenever you're ready.
And dash into this one and kill. Right. Also just realized we've started where we, or we're finishing the game where we started. Back in Minrathous, back in the upper rafters of it, effectively. Hit him. And again. And round the back here. And hit. And big hit. Okay, come on. A little closer. Got him. Hit him in the back. And then spin. Nice. Oh, you killed him. That's what you mean by made him ready. Okay.
All right, let's find Solas.
Our last reports had him helping the Shadow Dragons.
Then let's find the Shadow Dragons. Probably need a hand with all the blight in their city. That's a lot of blight. Poor statue lady.
You think we're gonna see Dorian again? I know it said he was busy for a while, but I imagine that he might make some time for this.
Watch yourself, more darkspawn.
Accompanied by Venatori.
Okay, come on, dash at me. You're not gonna dash? I was way on the wrong one there, but that's because I was on the wrong elevation. Alright, hit him. Then get a little bit of health. Then spin in a cool manner. Proceed to get rid of their armor. Couple of hits. Hit him. Hit him.
Fixing the lid for you.
Right, up here. And this guy, shoot him. Dash in, cancel whatever he's doing. Blow up, that will mean that we're in invincibility frames. Hit the barrier. Big hit. Combo. Attack. Nice. Okay, aim at the heads. Okay, big hit. Follow again with another big hit. Little stab. Right. Back off. Okay. Spin. Do a little bleed. Dash into them. Okay. Kill that one.
Ready for you.
Back off and dash in. Followed by spinning at the end of it. And then give us a stagger kill for whatever buff it's going to give us. Okay, which is invulnerable, I think. This is a good buff to have. Just keep shooting this one. There we go. Ranged units down.
And Rathus already had it bad with the Venatori in charge. Now there's Darkspawn and Blight everywhere. It's messed up.
Okay, shoot it. And make our way through the Blight. Oh, Thea. Oh. Oh, she's fine.
Well fought, Lucanis.
And there he is, the demon of Virantium.
At your service. They and I will return to the Crows and help with the fight through the city. You go after Solas.
We spotted him. He's not far ahead. That way, quickly.
Okay. Well. 2 out of 3 are alive. I don't know about Balara
Thedas
yet,
said
but
Solas should be up ahead. Let's find him.
I'm hoping for the best. Wait a second. No, that is not an extra area. That's fine. I didn't think they'd have a lot of side areas here. Although, we do still have crafting material. Sure. I don't believe you. I don't think we're going back to crafts at this point, but...
This is an astounding amount of blight.
And this is with Solas trying to help the Shadow Dragons.
Yeah. Well. Let's keep moving. That is a weird statue. That is just a weird statue to start with.
Venatori ahead.
Okay, hit him. And spin. Dash in. Can you combo that with maybe a little bell tolls? Yeah. And blow him up. And spin. Dash in. Cancel anything they might try and do. Dead. That's fine. And over here, spin, couple of stabs, and you're dead.
All yours.
Dash over, big spin, dash in, and you are dead.
That one's ready.
Okay, new district. The Restoration District. A chest! In it. Currency. This is the start of the game all over again.
Listen, something big up ahead. Not a dragon.
Archdemon? Okay, boutique quarter. No tentacle. Oh! The Viper!
Asher! Get out of my city! Asher!
Oh, and Solas.
Did we win? You're lucky your head's so damn hard.
Tarquin! Viper, you're alive!
Thanks to Solas. He's been the only thing between us and Elgar'nan.
Stay with them. I'm going to talk to Solas.
Inquisition music again.
You are as surprising as ever. Even I could not have escaped that prison. For you to manage it.
Let's say we know about Varric.
Varric believed in me when nobody else did.
He was a good man.
He was always there for me. Except that he wasn't because you killed him.
What happened at the ritual site?
I know what happened. I remember the truth now. You did something to my mind to make me keep seeing him.
Yes. I was wrong to do so.
Solas, look, I understand some of what you, not all of what you are wanting to accomplish here, but there's only so many times you can use the line, "I was wrong to do so," as an explanation for your actions. How did you do it?
You knew Varric was dead the whole time, but you kept pushing me not to see it. Why? How?
I was desperate. Unless I escaped, the world would fall to tyranny and blight. The only tool I had was my tenuous connection to you.
Blood magic.
As I said, I was wrong.
I liked working with you. I saw it coming, or keep your apology. You know what? Let's let ourselves be vulnerable to him. Our goal is to try and turn him into the hero that he wants to be, right? So if we're doing that, we can't start off aggressive, even if we want to.
You know what the worst part is? Part of me was excited about proving myself to the Dreadwolf.
Rook.
That's how you do it, right? You get people so eager for those little scraps of approval that they never see the knife coming.
I'm sorry. I betrayed you because I believed that only I could save this world. But I have failed, Rook. I have not stopped Elgar'nan. I have not even defeated his archdemon. The victories that have been won since Elgar'nan and Gillenane escaped are yours, not mine. If we are to save this world, we must work together.
I just saw the option in the bottom left. Just like, really? We just did that, so you can betray me again, or sorry I can't trust you. Let's say we just did that.
We tried that already. It ended with me falling into the Fade.
Things are different now.
Yeah, you're losing.
Together we can stop Elgar'nan.
And once that's done, you finish that ritual we interrupted and the whole world drowns in demons.
If joining me and stopping Elgar'nan requires the veil to stay in place, then I will pay that price unflinching. I swear by my own foolish pride, by love for friends I've failed and hurt, by everything I ever held as sacred. I will leave the veil untroubled. It will never come down by my hand. Now, if you will come with me, I can show you what has prevented me from reaching Elgar'nan, and you can tell me your plan.
So we're working with them. I was worried it was going to cut away for an argument there, but...
We were trying to get to the Divine's manor in the center of the city.
And the blight tendril connecting to the Archon's palace. Yes, I thought the same. But some intelligence guides the tendrils. It has prevented me from getting closer. If you accompany me, you will see why I am, as you say, losing. And why we must try to work together again.
Okay. Well, we haven't actually said we're working with him yet, I guess. We've just said, you know, we've agreed to go with him to see what is causing him issues.
There's a large force arrayed against us ahead.
Let us see if they've heard the legends of the Dreadwolf. Begone, Darkspawn!
Oh. Every time Solas is there, there keeps being little like musical hints of Inquisition in there. Every now and again. Just not like full-on ones, but like little Inquisition like lines. Okay, break through the armor, which then gives us access to enhanced damage. We use that enhanced damage to get us access to stagger. We then destroy them. Right. Attack. Over here. Increase the next ability damage and dash. Okay. Destroy these ones. Back off. Forward. Shoot a few times. Get ourselves a little bit of momentum. Charge. Get into the huge pile of these guys and blow them up. Spin. And spin. I actually can't remember, but I wonder if he's using abilities that he had in Inquisition, like the mage ones from there. That'd be interesting. Okay. Through here. One of those. Dash in. Detonate. Quietus. Let's go. And destroyed that one. And this one is very dead.
You should never have come to be.
Can't destroy the blight here, unfortunately. Yep. Okay. It says that that's the way we need to go, but I don't believe it for a second. Okay, yeah, we gotta go up here and around. That makes sense. Flawless crystals. I'm sure those will come in handy. Okay, hit him. Okay, shoot him. Dash. Big spin if we can do it. Nope, not quite. Increase the damage of our next ability and dash. Just keep dashing. Wait a second, am I even doing that? I don't think I'm doing the one I think I'm doing. I just realized I think I'm using a different thing. I need to check my runes in a second. Well, that one's dead. Okay. We're at combat. Let me check my runes. Displace. All your attacks have a high chance to disrupt. Okay, this is the one I thought I was on, escalate, but high chance to disrupt is fine. Okay. Let's pop a heal. There's a chest below us somewhere. Like down here. Yes, there is. Okay. Dragon's Warbow upgraded to legendary. Burning reduces target's electrical resistance. We saw that at the Emporium. Yeah, it seems really, really good if you're going down a shocked build. Like shocked fire, but that's not what we're doing. Okay, blow him up. This one is dead. Nice. Okay, spin over here, dash. Proceed to hit them more. Spin over here. Dead. That wasn't what I meant to do, but hopefully I hit them. No, I did not.
Join
Dead.
Elgar'nan in death.
Okay. Just checking whether we can destroy the blight thing that was down there, but I think it's already destroyed. Okay. Up here we go. That's lightning them into a pile that only hit the one at the front, which is unfortunate. Wasn't really what we wanted it to do.
Be ready. One of the darkspawn ahead can cast spells.
Okay.
Their twisted magic corrupts the Fade.
Okay. Hit him. Let's just do a combo on whichever one this is. Go.
That one's all set.
You know what? Be gone. I guess it's a new ability. Blow him up. I should be spamming my ult a lot more because we get it back so quickly. Nice. Over here. And hit him again. Yeah, we've almost got ult back already. Just as an example of how much ult we have. Or gain we have. Dash in. There we go.
You will threaten this world no longer.
Okay. Moving forward.
Elgar'nan populates his armies with the cruel and the brutal. No brilliant tacticians, only those he can dominate and those who wish to become like him. But you, Rook, your team is made from the clever, the wise, and the loyal. You honored their strengths to make them yours. And that is why you are going to defeat him.
I'm sensing a lot of praise from the person who locked me in a Fade prison. Just saying. Right. Okay. Down here. Okay, that just had no chance of working. Dodge. Okay, and now precision active. Shoot him. Right. Blast him.
That one's ready.
And then hit him. Okay. So now they are no longer protected by the shield.
Join with me.
Nice, that one's dead. Blow him up. Another dead one. Dash. Make her attack slightly to disrupt. And then try and be disruptive. Okay. Where are the enemies? There we go. Dash. Spin at the end of the dash. Just extend ourselves a little bit there. And spin. Spin. And again. And dash him in. Okay, I can't see what we're doing a lot of the time. I just know the enemies are there. Okay. Spin again. Kill. Dash in again. There's so much on the screen. It's unbelievable. Got him. Nice. Okay. Oh, this thing's still alive, huh? Okay. You are so dead, you don't even know. Okay, maybe you do. And killed.
Whatever intelligence Elgar'nan has set to direct the blight, we are not far from it. Beyond the blight there, perhaps.
Okay, before we do that though, I really do need this heal. Okay, there's no way back up to the heal. I can get this one though. That's fine. Right. Let's go.
Do you feel it? The blight reacts to my presence. There. That must be the source of whatever intelligence guides it. If you can destroy the mind guiding the blight, we may be able to reach the palace. I can accompany you no further. My presence will only draw the blight to you.
I don't believe you. I think there's another reason you don't want to follow us, but that's okay. Is that Neve? Oh no.
Neve? What did they do to her?
We are out of time. I will defeat the Archdemon. Once Elgar'nan is mortal, the final blow must be yours. I can think of no one better to wield this.
Got it.
Just make sure the Archdemon is dead by the time I get to Elgar'nan.
You will have what you need. Good luck. When next we meet, let us be standing over Elgar'nan's body.
Wait, could he always do that? I have some severe questions. Could he always turn into a giant wolf?
Alright, Solas takes down the Archdemon. That makes Elgar'nan mortal, then we kill him with the Lyrium dagger. But first...
Come on, Neve needs help.
I tried to parry, I was just way too late. Right, hit him. Blow him up. And big hit. Dead. Looks like our execute range is... I thought it was 35, but it looks like it's lower. Oh, sorry, higher. Okay, got the right timing. Yeah. That's fine. Okay. Let's get this. And let's go.
Neve, can you hear me? We're gonna get you out of there.
Neve is gone. There is only the will of Elgar'nan. Giver of life and death.
Alright, the blighted construct.
None oppose Elgar'nan and survive.
Kill it. Okay, detonate it. Apply quietus. Wait a second. Right, big hit. Set it to be bleeding. Get them both to attack it and dash in. Okay. Dash in.
We've got enemy casters
And
headed
then
our way.
keep attacking. I'm not worried about the enemy casters. Right. Just keep up her damage. Out. Dash in. Okay, big spin. High stagger. And then again. Now we're down onto health, and then we do enhanced damage because we've got... words will come back to me eventually. We do enhanced damage because we took down its armor. Ow. Hit it with one of those. Excuse me, could you stop it? Detonate it. Heal me. And blow it up. Then dash in. Then pivot and start killing the ads because they're really annoying. And again. And again. Dash. Then in here. Then spin. Then hit. Okay, disrupt. And just stay still for 2 seconds here. Right. Let's see what buff I get. That looks good. I need to spin. I need to get into spin and then it can't hit me. Apparently I was incorrect about that. Okay. Hit it. Hit that one. Right, blow it up. Quietus. Okay. Just keep dodging and shooting. I'm assuming the fact it's using chilled magic probably means that that's because it's Neve. Maybe it could be someone else and it would use the other type of magic. Maybe if it was Valar, it would use electric, if that's the way this is playing out. There we go. Hit it. Okay, blow it up. Don't know what I was hitting. Okay. Don't think jumping was the correct move there, but what I will say about jumping, in its defense, is it did work. Okay. That's the one I'm looking for. Okay. Dash. Spin. Normal attack. Dash. Okay, switch to escalate. Okay, so next time we use an ability, we can boost its damage. Okay. There we go. I just need to have that in there somewhere. Okay. Process applied to it. Okay. Hit it, hit it. Increase the next ability damage and heal. Big spin. Now we'll combo with the heavy attacks. Back off. Hit it. In here, blow it up. Lots of darkspawn spawns, but they are dead. Let's just put it that way. Let's use this to just grab ourselves an extra couple of buffs. We're currently invulnerable. Which is good, because I got hit directly in the face. Okay. I'm going to need somebody to hit this. Let's do that one. Okay, keep shooting. Hit it. Hit it. I got chilled by accident. Please run over here. I need you to run over here, Darkspawn. Thank you for working with me. I really needed to eat you for the heal. We shoot it for 1,000 health back here.
Resistance.
This seems to be doing its job. Ow. Didn't even see these guys in front of me. Over here, blow it up. Okay. We're about to get another another stagger. Right, back off. Dash it. Okay. Definitely was not the one I was aiming for, but that's okay. Quietus on you.
I've set that one up.
Okay. Just continuing to kill some of the ads, make it a little easier. Okay, combo. I did not combo it, huh?
All yours.
I hate that. Well, I can shoot you from over here. Increase the damage of our next ability, and didn't quite hit. Okay, that's fine. This is fine. This is okay. Nice. Ooh. By far the toughest fight. Neve's bond increased? Well, I hope she's alive.
Get out of my head and out of my city! Rook? He had me. I was controlling the blight for him. It was all I could think about.
It's okay. You're free now. You're safe.
We're not safe yet.
Once Elgar'nan is dead.
No! You can't kill Elgar'nan yet. If you do, watch out!
Come on!
Okay, Neve, I'm gonna need to hear more on why we can't kill Elgar'nan. I mean, apart from the fact his archdemon's alive, but for other reasons. Oh, Morrigan!
Lady Morrigan!
Quickly now! Destiny is a heavy burden to bear.
Haha.
And growing heavier by the moment.
Oh! Well, hello there.
You're alive.
Can't get rid of Hassan and me that easily.
Apologies for missing the War Council. We got inside the city with the Veil Jumpers.
It gave us a chance to finally strike back at the Venatori.
Whatever you did unblocked entrances to the Divine's manor. It also destroyed some of the blight.
It'll come back. I can still feel it. I don't think I'm the only mage he used like this.
Neve, you're all right.
Rook got me out, but I learned things in that blight eruption. We need to talk.
We will. But first, we need to get you to a healer.
We'll take care of her.
Thanks. I'll join you in a bit. Just want to check on everyone else coming in. Well, we still have time.
Oh, the last gambit. After fighting through the streets of Minrathis, recovering the Lyrium dagger from Solas, and finding a lost friend, the team has reached the Divine's Manor, where friends and allies take a moment to recover before the final assault on the Archon's palace begins. Codex entry. One last breath. So that has to be the final quest, you would assume. Level 10 for Tash. Level 10 for Emmerich. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure about the others, but those two I'm expecting. Alara, hopefully not dead. Lucanus. Okay. And Davrin. No Davrin. Whoa, Davrin was already 10. Okay. No, it doesn't say fallen. Okay, she's still good to go. Oh, these two. Yeah, galvanized tear, radius, and damage. That's fine. Oh, back over here. Emmerich, you are getting... Oh, these are two things for your heal. Healing is delayed until after vulnerability ends. That's actually really cool. Yeah, I think that's the correct one there. Yeah, and a healing bonus. That seems good. And then Lucanus. Lucanus, we're going to take Sunder Duration, so we have more time to trigger it. And then we're going to take, when it get a critical hit, it does precision. Cool. And then Tash. Tash is going to take this one. Stagger 100% on Dragonfire Strike and applies bleeding to targets hit with the effect's initial impact. Cool. Character. What do we have that's new? A new bow. Ah, yes, the upgrade. Is that it? Yep. And then map. One last breath. Honor the Fallen. Optional. Okay. I'm hoping there's not too many. Let's see. Hello.
Elgar'nan and the Venatori have destroyed my city. This is our final chance to take it back. We will win, Rook, or die trying.
Okay. Who are you?
Those who fell in our fight lie in the next room. They will be taken to grave or pyre once our battle has ended, as their beliefs dictate. For now, they wait, and we attend them. If you wish to pay your respects, please enter.
Okay. Wonder if Strife made it. Okay, so I'm guessing why there are so many covered bodies in this one, like not showing you who they are, is because they could be people we know. Like they could be companions, they could be side characters. But I'm guessing we got the best outcome. So there's nobody here who we know. But I think this is a check-in and see how you did kind of thing. Okay. Hello.
Even gods made
die.
We have every confidence in your plan.
Well, that's good to hear. There's apparently a chest through the wall there. Somewhere. Just checking. That's not Jacobus.
Is that a furrow on your troubled brow?
You like my furrow? Called it the thinking man's dimple.
Not in public, I don't.
Rook, the Venatori brought death to Minrathous. We've made many of them pay, but they still owe us a balance.
You take care of Elgar'nan. We'll keep after his remaining followers on the ground. Minrathous, all of Thedas, will remember the crows on this day. Let's see this done.
Okay, I see that you're here.
Fighting through a city run by Venatori. It's what Treviso could have been, but worse. Was that suitably self-absorbed? Go win again, Rook.
Okay. Hello.
Got some civilian. Hate to admit it, but Solas really came through for us. Now it's just Elgar'nan we have to deal with. Good luck.
We'll keep watch on the city down here.
Fair enough. Skirmisher's short bow upgraded. When you break a barrier, all nearby enemies take electric damage. We're not equipping that at this point. Also, all of these people who are dressed like that, those are people from the Inquisition, right? Or are those shadow dragons? Oh, some of these I think must be from the Inquisition. But anyway. Let's carry on. Lords of Fortune, Isabella.
It's been years since I fought in a battle like this.
The crows defeated the Venatori at the gates, thanks to you and the lords.
The pleasure was all mine. I got to dust off the daggers for good people. Rest up while you can. You'll need it.
Okay. Strife, you're alive.
Stop worrying. Emric will be fine.
Of course he will.
I even remembered your name.
This is dangerous magic, but we've dealt with that before.
You're a veil jumper. You'll find the way through it.
I love how he's still like, I still don't approve of you.
The archdemon will fall. It's a matter of hours.
And then a short vacation on the way back? Just a day. I think we deserve it.
Rook, it's been a hard fight to get here.
And against stranger foes than we imagined.
It's almost the end now.
We have this, Rook. I know it.
Okay. Mass of the Blight. I don't know why in my head I was like, and push. But that was what was in there. Alright. Let's see who's in here. A codex entry for me? Why, I suppose I could have one. Minrathous recovery plans. Note attached to intelligence reports gathered by surviving shadow dragons. Sure. Let's pretend Elgar'nan gets kicked out of the city. We'll still have Venatori, demons, and blight to push back before it's safe for people to come out. See the growing stack of reports. Added by Tarquin later. Miona says she and Vorgoth will work with Dorian, May, and some of our other mages to target demons. The Veil Jumpers and Crows will help me move supplies and check on other safe houses. The only request is that they get to take out as many Venatori as possible on the way. I might join you on that one. The Warden, shockingly, already have ideas for the Blight. Isabella said she'd help them when Antoine mentioned fire. So they're all working together. Okay. Let's close this. Let's see if we got anything else in here. Heartwood. Oh, I can't do it without heartwood and some cloth. Definitely not. At this point... there is an enchanter at this point in the game. Okay. Sarcasm taken back slightly.
Go finish this.
Thanks, Alec. For the concise message of support. Okay, anyone else around here? No, that must be the way out, Hello.
You must be worried.
'Tis almost time for this story to end. Are you ready to write the final chapter?
He'll find a way.
Of that, I have no doubt.
You've got this.
Get out there and do what you do best.
Okay, well, we're at the war table. let's figure out the plan.
The bastard was in my head the whole time. All I could think about was making him happy.
Oh, Neve. I am so sorry.
There's blight flowing through him, and now through me. Rook.
We've lost so much. I'm not losing anyone else. We'll deal with it later, or I still have hope. Let's say we still have hope.
You're not dead yet. And as long as you're still alive, there's hope. For now, hang on. We'll see if there's a way for the Wardens to help you once Elgar'nan is dead.
You can't. That's what I needed to tell you. My connection with Elgar'nan went both ways. I could sense him, his mind, his magic, his life force. He's tied to the Veil. His life is holding the Veil in place.
I felt the Veil weaken when Gillenane fell.
Oh.
I expect that when Solas imprisoned the other gods, he bound them all thus.
Solas.
And now that Elgar'nan is the only one left,
we kill him, and the Veil collapses.
Which is why Solas gave me the dagger.
He wasn't... Oh, Solas is... Oh, I really like that one. So it told us earlier in the game that the Veil was held up by the life force of the Evenurus. If the Evenurus are dead, therefore the Veil is dead. Solas said that it would not be by his hand that the Veil dropped, and that would be his price to pay. But he would make it by our hand. Oh ho ho ho. I should have anticipated this. Wait, that's from choices? I think that's what that means.
Damn it. He said something about this in that memory of him binding the gods. I thought he was just stealing their magic. I didn't realize he meant it literally. We still have to kill Elgar'nan. So what can we do? Can we tie the Veil to something else to keep it in place?
I doubt any simple substitution would suffice. The Veil was made to be tied to the ancient elven gods.
Then let's tie it to Solas. He's the only elven god left.
Binding him will require drawing his blood with the lyrium dagger.
And I doubt he's going to like the idea.
Any other ideas?
Cutting him to bind him to the Veil. That's blood magic. We do it if we have to, but only if we have to. What about this?
The dagger we made while you were trapped in the Fade.
Once Elgar'nan is dead, odds are good that Solas will need to do something else to complete his ritual. This dagger looks identical, but it can't cut through enchantments like the real thing. So if he tries to use it...
The backlash of such magic would render him helpless.
Unless he notices. You really want to try a bait and switch on the Dreadwolf?
Is there any chance at all, that he would listen to reason?
Did he listen to you when you spoke with him years ago, Inquisitor?
Varric tried to reason with him, and he died for it.
As did Mythal when Solas took her power.
But we have you, Morrigan. You have Mythal's memories. And we have the essence of the other fragment of Mythal from the Crossroads.
Such power, even fragmented, is not to be taken lightly. Hold it for now. And when the time comes, if you believe the Dreadwolf's heart can be turned from this course, I shall try.
Well, we've got options.
All right. We can deal with Solas when the time comes, but we still need to stop Elgar'nan first. He's in the palace above us. We'll climb the Blight Tendril to get there. Once Solas takes down the Archdemon and renders Elgar'nan mortal, we hit him with everything we've got.
Damn right we do.
Time's running short. Stock up on supplies, pay your respects, and say goodbye to the people you love. Be ready to go when I signal.
Okay. Oh, we now have to speak to these guys? We can do that.
Oh, it is purest relief to see us all gathered safe and sound. And Manfred would never forgive me if we returned without Neve. Elgar'nan must fear what we might accomplish once we storm his tower.
We can do it.
We've already killed an Archdemon and a god. We can do it again.
While Elgar'nan's magic is fearsome, Solas is our true adversary. He is, however, a former spirit. As such, Solas cannot help but listen to appeals to his nature, his yearning for reflection.
I could try talking him down, once I find him.
The spirits whisper. One way or another, I believe the dread wolf's tale draws to its conclusion. It has been a grand privilege, Rook, to have come so far and known all of you.
Privilege is mine.
What luck that the distinguished Professor Volcaran joined our cause after we found him in the necropolis.
Feels as if that were years ago. Time passes swiftly in good company. Onwards, Rook. The gods await.
Okay. There's Alec. Urchin?
I'm helping the shadow dragons with supplies while they're short-handed. Go on, pick out something nice.
Oh, we can buy all sorts of things here. So this must be all the things we didn't buy in the game. So if you want you know, a list of all the things we didn't buy, then there it is. We'll buy the terrarium. Yep. Okay. I'll sell you my valuables. Okay.
Enjoy the view up there.
It's fine. Codex. Let me just go down to the memento. I should have read it when we got it. It's probably... Oh, there we go. It's in the middle. A plant imported all the way from northern jungles of the Dornarks should never be handled without gloves. Okay. Also just going to clear out it saying that we have a new thing, so I don't look at that. Cool. Hello.
Lucanus, everything all right?
We have made it here and fared well in the fight. Now we only have to wait. But Spike grows impatient. And then Neve. I thought I'd lost her. I want to give her everything she needs and tear out Elgar'nan's heart this very second. I don't know what to do with myself. This may be the calm before a final storm, but I don't feel it.
I'm on edge too.
I'm on edge myself, so I couldn't expect anyone here not to be.
Perhaps.
It won't be much longer.
Elgar'nan's life is measured in hours. As for Solas, it's been asked if he can see reason. Solas has proven his word cannot be trusted. Why give him the chance to prove it again? But then, I gave that chance to Ilario. Is there hope for him, or was I foolish to think so? Whatever happens, my contract was for the blighted gods. Today it is fulfilled.
Thanks for everything.
When I went to the Crows, I asked for their best. And we got them.
The demon of Virantium. I had a reputation to maintain. Rook, I owe you my life. When I left the ossuary, I knew I could not be the same. What I've managed to reclaim, what I can make of moving forward, I'm in your debt for it. And now, the god dies. We finish a contract. Keep a promise. Spite and I are in agreement. You have a pair of demons at your service.
Good to know. Okay. You got anything to say, Dorian?
Get out there and do what you do best.
I will leave Tash for a little bit. Hello.
We're in good shape, Rook. Real good. Neve's back where she belongs. Solas doesn't know we're on to him. And we've gotten past Elgar'nan's main forces. The tide's turning, and the hunt's almost done.
I'm confident too.
We've survived blight, gods, dragons. There's nothing left to be afraid of.
The gods forgot what it's like to even have fears. That kind of thinking's a trap, and tonight, we swing it shut. After this, we'll see how the Griffins are doing at Lavendel.
You think Antoine's gotten them to stop sleeping on the cots?
Not a chance. Well, Elgar'nan won't wait forever. Ready whenever you are.
I've got your back.
If you need me, just shout.
I should be the one worrying about you. Not everyone could have led us here, Rook. Let us get you the rest of the way. But try to stay safe out there yourself, Rook. Hassan would miss you. And so would I.
Good. Right. Balara?
How are you feeling, Balara?
I've never seen anything like this. The scale of destruction, the devastation. But most everyone's still alive, still fighting. That's more than I could have hoped for, more than I expected. So, okay, I think.
Okay is good.
Look, at this point, I'll take okay. Could be a lot worse.
Given everything we've faced, okay is better than okay. Rook?
What is it?
It's just, everything's gonna be different, you know? No matter what happens here. Solas is better than Elgar'nan, but if either of them win, the world burns just with different fuel. But if we win, no more gods. The end of a 1,000-year-old story. If it ends with us outsmarting the Dreadwolf, even better. Thedas is going to change, and we have the power to make sure it's for the better. Let's give this story a happy ending.
You sound like Varric.
Varric liked to say everything was a story. Helped him make sense of all of it.
I always wanted to meet him. He sounded smart and kind.
Yeah, he was.
Rook, thank you.
For what?
For helping me put the ghosts of the past to rest. Now let's go kill a god.
You know the bit where Varric was telling the story of each of the companions' lines? My new headcanon is that it's just, that was just Rook just having his split personality. Just being like, he's just imagining Varric saying all of it. I mean, not that Varric was saying it, but I assume that he was writing the tale later. I was just imagining it was Rook just all in his head. Oh no.
Neve, how are you holding up?
The others told me what happened after I was taken. I've seen reports from the city. The lost, but more are still standing than I might have bet on. Every person who gets through this is a win.
I gotta say, our game's save is basically just Neve must suffer. But we need to stay focused.
We must stay focused.
Agreed.
Will you be alright with the blight?
Look, I won't lie. I can feel it in my blood. Its presence. But I'm fine, or fine enough. I won't sit this out. What happens to me, it's a question for later. What I want now is to tear Elgar'nan from his throne.
Let's finish the job.
When we walk away this time, the job will truly be finished.
Fingers crossed. About damn time. When this is done, I'm not sure where I'll land or what it will look like. We've been through a lot on this one, but if you need a detective, you've got me on your case.
Thanks, Neve.
Anytime.
And now, the final person we need to speak to is Tash. Hey, Tash.
We didn't lose anybody. We hit the city that the Antam couldn't conquer and got out clean. We've even got Neve back. We're gaining people.
Aha. Time to push our luck.
I'm ready to fight as long as our luck holds out.
I'm really proud of you, Tarella.
Thanks, Tash.
You're doing great. You're gonna get us to Elgar'nan.
We're in this together.
You and me against the world, Tash.
World doesn't stand a chance. Hey, listen. You helped me figure out who I was. You helped me find me. And love me.
Chakra Toebra, Tash. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I lost my mother with stuff left unsaid, so whatever happens, I'm a better person, because you came into my life. So, thanks. Now let's go kick some ass.
Well, we've talked with the team, I think. You got anything left to say?
You've got this.
That's all I needed to hear. We have spoken to everyone, right? I'm just checking. We've spoken to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we have spoken to everyone. Okay then. Let's go.
A
Oh,
word,
hello.
Rook?
Morgan, you're not gonna ask me for some kind of weird old god baby stuff, are you? Because like that's definitely something that should stay in Origins.
Any last advice from Mythal?
'Tis a difficult battle you face, but you are among more allies than you know. You have purified the crossroads, uncovered ancient truths lost for ages, and earned the essence of Mythal. You are truly the champion of the Fade. Take this. Should your fight against Elgar'nan grow desperate, invoke the memories of the Dreadwolf's rebels. For you, they will stand against tyranny one last time.
The ultimate salvation of Philasson. The power of Philassan's rune is based on how much of the god's influence you drove back in the crossroads. Equip the rune and use that to activate it. The rune can only be used against Elgar'nan. I mean, okay. I suppose we could. I guess I would replace this one. Gain quick and enhanced damage, resistant deflect, necrotic weapons, immovable and invulnerable, and does 75% detonation damage. Alright, yeah, we could equip that. Yeah. I think we're ready. Begin the climb. We need to choose who to take as well. The team faces Elgar'nan in the final battle, but the Dreadwolf has his own plan in mind. You know what? Before we do this, save the game. In save 99, we only have a singular save slot left. Let's go. Just in case, you know? It's a good place to have a save, I would think.
Bad news, everyone. Elgar'nan's forces are gathering outside.
They mean to prevent you from reaching their master.
Our people will set up barricades, and we'll hold the enemy as long as we can. You need to start climbing.
Let one of us help.
I'm going with Rook. I want payback. I'll tear Elgar'nan from the city myself.
You go to face a god, Rook, but any aid you might spare would be welcomed.
Forces defending the Divine's Manor are in excellent shape and will be fighting hard. Companions who've experienced fighting in frontline combat or sieges have a better chance to succeed, especially if they're a hero of the Veilguard. Companions who have experienced fighting in frontline combat or sieges have a better chance to succeed. Well, we're talking Davrin. And that's it, I think. Literally just Davrin, I think. I'm trying to think, like Tash, not really. Locanus, not really. Alara, no. Emmerich, no. It's Davrin.
Davrin, they need your strength.
You got it.
We'll be cheering for you, Rook. Good luck.
Well, I was going to take Davrin and Balara, but I guess I'm not going to take Davrin and Balara anymore. I also cannot take Neve. She will fight separately because she is affected by the blight. Davrin is away. Well, that doesn't leave us a lot. I guess I want to take Balara still. Balara Tash. Balara Tash it is. Let's go. We said it was us against the world, so let's take her with us. we've done part 13. Assuming this must be the final part.
What?
Neve! It's fine. There's got to be another way there.
Us versus a pile of darkspawn? No problem.
Bring them down fast.
Let's go. Oh, hello, Dreadwolf. We'll leave him a second to fight. And big hit. Zap him. Knock him. I'm also just going to change that in case we can use the rune by accident, which I don't want to use. It doesn't say it's one use, but, you know, you get the feeling it might be. Also, it says we can only use it against him, but I also don't know if that's true. Nice. Bunch of bonuses. Back here, blow it up. Okay. Spin just is a way to get rid of those. It's alright, behind them. Right, we got rid of the blight foil. Keep hitting them. Little galvanized here for me. This is just nonsense on the screen. Hit him. Get him. Continue just stacking buffs. Got him.
All yours.
And hit him. Nice. Keep shooting. Get the detonate. They're dead.
I hope the others are okay, and everyone back down below.
All we can do for him is get to the throne room and finish this.
This is a chest. It must be through the door. Yeah, I have no idea where the chest is. Let's go. There it is. What's in it? Rarity upgrade for the Cryptwood Bow. Necrosis stacks now increase potency by additional 20% per stack. Not time to switch to a Necrosis build. Right. Keep climbing. Okay.
Solas has been fighting that dragon for a while. That kind of fight takes it out of you.
Unless he kills the archdemon, we won't be able to kill Elgar'nan.
Solas knows that as well as we do. He might betray us after, but he'll do whatever it takes to stop Elgar'nan.
Okay, get here and boom. That's that one. Spin. Nice. Hit him. Okay. Target that one. And big spin. Okay. Let's roll over here, grab ourselves a little bit of potion, and let's keep going.
Shit! Tentacle!
Okay. Through here. And hit him. Blow him up. Oh, that one went flying. There should be enough to get all of them, I think. Aim higher. Thought if I took a second to aim, I'd be able to get it to chain explode. I did not. Right. That's fine. Hit it. Knock him back. Keep hitting him. Stab, stab. Now this one. And now. Out. Bonk. There we go. Hit it. Ow. Heal. Okay. Find the right angle. Don't lock on. Blow him up. I'm definitely gonna need a heal from you here. Also, do not activate Ascend under any circumstances. Okay. Combo it. Wait, combo it. Turn. Dash in here. Okay. Ow. Heal.
Whenever you're ready.
Shoot. Okay. Oh, I did not know it could do that. That's fantastic. You can teleport with that ability. Okay. Apparently all you need is one parry and teleportation is available to you. Dash in. Hit him. Dead. There we go. Keep hitting him. And dead. Oh. Right. Get ourselves some healing.
I guess the archdemon is even bigger than that snake statue you climbed that one time.
It'll make for a good story.
If we make it through this, I promise not to eat the last breaded cheese wand this time.
Huh, Nat. We make it through this? You've earned it.
Okay.
Watch yourself!
I do not know what is behind us. I assume it's Solas. I just heard explosions and went, alright, down the side passage. We got literally nothing from that? Maybe it got us something that we can't get at this point in the game, like currency? I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Let's go down here. And into the Elgar'nan fight.
The throne room. Knowing Elgar'nan, we'll find him there.
Rook!
You made it!
The Blight. Elgar'nan's using the Magisters to control it. Just like he used me. They're using it against Solas. We have to help or he won't last.
How do you know?
I can hear it. I can feel what it wants.
The Blight?
to the throne room. I know how to help Solas.
Alright, we'll trust her. Alright, throne room. Kill Elgar'nan. We have our plan. Well, that didn't look good for Solas. Oh, hey, Ogre. Haven't seen one of you in a while. Oh, 2 ogres. Alright, cool. Right, hit it. One of these. Blast it. And pilfer. Something happened. I was in the pile of something. Alt. Oh, there are 3 ogres now, I see. Killed just a normal thing in there in order to get ourselves a trigger. Cancel whatever it was trying to do. Okay, back off a second. Right, galvanized hair. It creates the most amount of chaos on the screen, but it does the most amount of damage, I think. Keep hitting it. Blow them up. Spin. Dash. Back off. Combo. We killed the other one with just the AoE from attacking the main one. Nice.
Just ahead. Everybody ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Hey, Torella, you got us here. We've got this.
Okay. Just need a little healing, and then I've got this. Right. Us versus Elgar'nan. Just around the next corner. It gave us even more healing and ultimate. Okay, so this is definitely the end. Or, at least, the final fight of this section. Is it just me, or has Solas gotten smaller as well?
Solas.
I've got this! Go!
Such arrogance, thinking you can hide from your creator. And I am this world's creator. this city is a child's unwitting imitation of the empire I built. I would have restored the glory. Your lives are too brief to remember.
I saw Demeter's Crossing and Weishaupt, and everywhere else you've left your mark. I didn't see any glory. All I saw was a tyrant destroying everything he touches.
You mistake discipline for cruelty, a failing among those who lack a master's gentle guidance. We only destroyed because you resisted. In the new empire, every child would have blossomed under my protection. And Gillenane, my brilliant sister, would have forged the blight into a tool of beauty. But she is dead. And all we have is this. Because of you.
Let's do this. Immediately, ultimate salvation of Felazan. We're gonna hit him with a combo right off the bat, and we're gonna shoot him with one of these. Let's see how this goes.
You are nothing. This entire world is my domain.
Stab him. Apply some. Yeah, we've applied some bleeding. Don't know where he's gone. There he is. Attack. Okay. That's fine. Keep attacking. Destroy the aspects of it, of Elgar'nan. Ow. Okay, we can also use that thing multiple times in combat, the thing that we've got. That's good. Hit him.
Ready for follow-up.
So he resists electricity. That's good to know.
Nothing you
attack him.
matters.
Dodge? Nope. Way too late to dodge, but maybe detonate. Not way too late for detonation. Blow him up. Ultimate will activated. Dash in. Detonate. Oh, detonate. Do it. That's fine. Dash in. Over here. Spin. Dash in.
While my dragon thrall lives, I am invulnerable. Yet still you...
hit with more stagger.
Right. Pathetic.
That wasn't the ability I thought I told you to use, but that's okay, that'll work. Spin. Dash. Detonate. I didn't get to detonate because it was just at the wrong time. Attack. Oh, I attacked the aspect. That's fine. Ow. Activate our ultimate Felazan thing. Okay, we're not going to be able to stagger this guy. That's okay. He is the final boss after all. Maybe. Blast him. Okay, run back here. Oh, phase 2.
The Dread Wolf cannot save you. He cannot even save himself. Now you understand that none may stand against me. Those who try stand alone.
Phase 2.
I am the Lord of the day and the night. Yield to me and I will show you mercy. Look at you. Your failures. You failed to save the wardens at Weishaupt. You fled in terror at Arlathan.
And then we killed Gillenade.
You have nothing. No army, no dragon, no thrall.
I've got a team and that's all I need.
I have bound the souls of dragons. I have slain titans and broken the will of gods.
You haven't broken me.
You will kneel.
Damn it.
Come now. You did as well as anyone could have, but you cannot deny the truth.
This is my city!
Impossible! No! You will not!
You are mortal, Elgar'nan. Enjoy it while it lasts.
If you will not bow, you will burn.
Now it's, well, I guess it's phase 3 now. Resistant to fire? I mean, I gotta test that. Let's put some fire breath on you. Let's galvanize tear and let's shoot a revealing bolt. Dash in. Over the back and blow him up. Activate Veilguard. Hit him. Heal on him. Tell my companions to attack him. Keep shooting. Dash to get out of that. Okay. Keep shooting. We're trying to keep the stagger high.
I will see the last glimmer.
Okay. Would love to target Elgar'nan. I think I am targeting him, weirdly.
Defiance from this wretched world. And from the ashes shall rise a blighted empire bound to me alone.
And hit him. Around the back here. Be an animation. And getting close and hit. Okay, then round the back. Activate Veilguard again. Keep stabbing. Valara's up in a second. Keep up damage just to try and keep stagger on. Galvanized Tear and hit him. Okay. At least got him to move. Blow him up. Attack him.
There is no light save my glory. No refuge save my
shoot him.
Shadow. No desire save my perfected
detonate him. Hit him again.
I am creator and destroyer. I am will.
Activate Veilguard. Shoot him.
I am Elgar'nan.
Just keep up the damage. Dash in. Attack him. Galvanized Tear. Got him. I hit him with a takedown. That's all that I needed to do. And dead.
It is done. The world owes you a debt, both for defeating Elgar'nan and for bringing down the Veil. I am sorry for this final betrayal, but I will do what I can to minimize the damage. When you see the old world restored, please, Rook. I do not wish to fight against you.
Trick Solas. Fight him. Use Mythal's essence and convince him to stop. Mythal's essence. Let's try it.
I don't want to fight you either. But I don't want to see the world go through even more pain on top of what Elgar'nan has done. Do you?
This world is broken, Rook, because of my mistakes.
You're trapped in regret, and do it the right way. This won't help anyone. Let's say he's trapped in regret. That's, well, I don't know. Is that what I want to say, or did I say do this the right way? Varric said give him a chance to be a hero. Trapped in regret mirrors his prison. Let's give him a chance to be a hero.
You're right. You do need to make up for the damage you've done. But breaking the world again is the wrong way to do it.
Letting the Veil collapse
is what you want. Making amends isn't about what you want. You have a chance right now to save the world. Bind yourself to the Veil and stop it from falling.
I cannot. To stop now would dishonor those I have wronged to come this far.
Even if those you've wronged asked you to stop.
Inquisitor.
You were my friend. We saved the world together once. Can't we save it one more time?
Inquisitor, I am sorry. But I cannot. Long before we met, I failed my oldest friend. She died for that failure. If I leave the veil in place, I am destroying the world she wanted. And I will have... She will have died for nothing.
And whose fault is that, Dreadwolf?
Morrigan.
One appellation among many, I wear. I have been advisor to Orlais, Witch of the Wilds, daughter of Flemeth, and once, long ago, an old friend.
Mythal lives on in her, and in this.
Mythal.
I pulled you from the Fade you loved and sent you into war. I used your wisdom as a weapon. And it broke you.
The things that I have done
are not for you alone to bear, my friend. The many wrongs we did together. I release you from my service.
You are free to find a better way.
My life force now sustains the veil. With every breath I take, I will protect the innocent from my past failures. The Titan's dreams are mad from their imprisonment. I cannot kill the Blight, but I can help to soothe its anger. I will go and seek atonement. Thanks to you, I now can see the way.
Ah, Neve. Queen of the Blight. I hope she's alright. Not only is she alright, she's unblighted. I wonder if that means all the wardens are unblighted as well. Huh. The ones that last beat the odds and walked into the sunset?
With Elgar'nan and Gillenane dead, and Solas off to fix his mistakes and right an ancient wrong, it looked like one of the biggest stories this world had ever seen was finally drawing to a
What do you mean
close.
it looked like, Varric? What do you mean it looked like?
The story of the Veilguard, a team of heroes who stood strong against evil, no matter the cost.
Whatever it takes.
But whenever one story ends, another begins.
Like the story of the Grey Wardens, clearing the remains of the blight so that the flowers can grow again.
Or the story of Arkandorian Parvus, fighting to bring Minrathous out from under Venatori rule.
Or the story of a caretaker, standing watch for new heroes.
For the Antivan Crows, it would be a story of liberation from invaders and usurpers alike, as Treviso threw off its shackles.
Among the Veil Jumpers, the fall of the last elven gods meant Arlathan was reborn.
At their heart, stories are about change.
A man seeing his ward become more than he could ever have imagined.
A woman protecting Docktown at all costs against an unknown future.
An assassin and a demon setting aside the past for the sake of family.
A student of history, helping the elves regain what they lost.
A dragon hunter forging a new life for themselves.
Or the Griffins, returning to the Grey Wardens.
I don't know why I thought Asan was going to speak.
There are stories of love.
But those stories aren't over. And we will always be grateful to those whose stories brought us where we are today.
That's a little bit meta.
And those whose stories will live on with us forever.
In remembrance of those we lost along the way. Oh. Oh, and that is the end. Now I believe that because we collected all the stuff about circles, we do have a post-credit scene. So, yeah, I would go to that if you want to see it. I suspect that there isn't going to be a ton in the credits themselves, unless it's after these credits. This was a game which was, like, it's so close to being really, really good. It's still good. I still liked it. But it's so close to being more. And I think that's the frustrating part. I think the problem that they had with it, from what I could tell, is that, and I can see this from the ending now, and I kind of had feelings of it throughout, they wanted this to be the Mass Effect 2 of Dragon Age, right? Fundamentally, a character-focused story, a big bad, you know, a mission at the end where you're choosing who does what. I mean, it's very much a Mass Effect 2 style story. But it's, in a way, very held back by the Dragon Age past. And I don't think it's held back. I'm going to let the credits play out, because I always do. I know we could skip them, but we're going to let them play out because we let them play out because... Although there is like music with lyrics, which is weird. Anyway, we're going to let it play all the way to the end because I like to let it play at the end of a series. And it gives me a chance to waffle over the top of it and kind of talk. But, yeah, it feels like it was held back a little bit by the fact that they were so reverent of the Dragon Age content from the past. Which is weird, because one of the main complaints that people have for it is that it completely changed how the Dragon Age content was presented, which is not entirely true in my eyes, but it depends what Dragon Age content you're talking about. It's all been fundamentally different, like, game to game. Dragon Age Origins was an in-depth, long-form, very gritty, very kind of, like, down in realism, like, CRPG, right? It was fundamentally, like, a game that was a successor, and they said this at the time, a successor to Baldur's Gate. It was, in all but name, meant to be their Baldur's Gate 3, right? It was meant to be their next step. It was meant to be the next RPG in that kind of line of things. This didn't carry through to 2. 2 was much more the new style of BioWare game, for better or worse. It was kind of in there with the Mass Effect 2s. It was like everything that they'd done past, like Dragon Age 2 was kind of in that style. A little bit lighter. It changed the dialogue into the radio wheel that we know, although Mass Effect 1 had that, but Mass Effect 1 was still a little bit old style due to its incredibly like RPG heavy system that it had, as in all of the stats that mattered not so much, but like it had like tons and tons and tons of options, which they slimmed down for Mass Effect 2, which is effectively what they did for Dragon Age 2. But it was lighter, and it was very, like, even though the game had dark moments, the game was a light game. It didn't really, like, outside of those moments, there was a lot of joking. Varric was in there, and the way that they used him to frame the story in Dragon Age 2, very, like, comedic. It always had, like, a little, bouncy undertone. Then, they moved through to Inquisition, and Inquisition took away just a little bit of the bounciness, right, from 2, at least in my eyes. I don't know if I'm describing this well, but it had its own feeling. It was going for like an epic adventure kind of thing. And they brought back some of the RPG elements, but like only in like small areas. It wasn't perfect. They had this weird open world obsession, because at one point it was going to be some sort of MMO thing maybe, but then it wasn't. They had a multiplayer mode because Mass Effect 3 had a multiplayer mode and it was really popular, so it had a multiplayer mode. It was like, it was a weird game as well. It didn't quite, it wasn't quite a successor to Dragon Age 2, in the way that 2 wasn't really a proper successor to Dragon Age Origins, and Inquisition wasn't a successor to Origins. This game, again, it went back to the Dragon Age 2 kind of style, and they had a lot of Dragon Age 2 references throughout this. The game was filled with Dragon Age 2 references, much more than Origins, and like even, I would say, a little bit more than Inquisition, which is crazy, because there shouldn't be that many Dragon Age 2 like callbacks in one game. It just doesn't make any sense. Anyway. So the reason why I'm saying it's held back is that because they kept referring back to things. But at the same time, they decided that they were going to make this game a clean slate. They were going to make it, they were not going to carry across anything. They were just going to say, okay, the story is as the story is. We left a trespasser off of a cliffhanger. We're going to resolve the cliffhanger. That's the game. But then they kept referring back to things in the past of which there were choices, and they couldn't properly refer to them because there were choices there. It's very weird to me that they didn't create a game centered around Minrathous. That to me would have made a lot of sense. And I'm kind of curious why. I mean, I know the reason why. It's because they were making a live service game, and the live service game needs to have lots of different environments for you to be in so that they can churn out missions over and over and over again. They weren't making a single player RPG from the start. They were making a live service. Which is also, I think, why all of the missions feel a little bit odd, and how they kind of just start and then end, like, constantly. Like, so many missions are like, start, and then it ends. And there's no build-up, there's no talking at the start. Like, all the ones in Ravane are, like, just criminal for this. They completely threw any storyline in Ravane to the wolves, because the start of missions and the end of missions were so badly handled that it didn't lead you into the narrative at all. And then it kind of just felt a little bit ham-fisted because they didn't do any build-up. And I think that was one of the issues I had with the game as well, is that a lot of the missions didn't have the same kind of build-up that they could have. They had cool moments, they had cool stories, and if you looked at it separate from what was actually happening, as in if you looked at it from like a build-up standpoint and you were like, okay, so this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, like the actual things that happened kind of flowed well and you could see what they were going for. It just didn't quite work in a lot of situations. And what's really disappointing is that a lot of characters got better as you got further through the game, and that their storylines got better, but because you presented them so badly initially, there was a pushback to them. There was even from my own experience with it, like when you started a companion mission with a new companion, most of them I was like, who is this person? I actively dislike them, which isn't really where it should be. Also, I just want to check something here in the voice actors. Was the Viper Matt Mercer? Yes it was. Okay, right, cool. My mind is now sorted on that one. But yeah, because you gave them such a bad intro for these companions, they never really got going until much later. But you need somebody to play like 80 hours in to like get them. Like Tash at the end was a good character, but the problem is at the start it was insufferable. It was ham-fisted. It was without any kind of tact. It was without any kind of like subtlety. It was just like, here's our idea for the character. We're just going to tell you everything about it. Here's our notes about the character. And it's like, well, that's not what we need to know. What we need you to do is, lead us in. You got to make us feel for the character. You got to make us like think of the character as an actual person, and then you start to say like, here's the character development, get you drawn in, like drop a hint here or there, draw you in. But they didn't do any of that. They just chucked you right into it. And they tried to do like 3 storylines at once with her. It's like, well, maybe it could have worked, but you needed to put in a lot more effort to make it work that way, if that makes sense. You need to actually do work up front to get these things to happen. Anyway, in terms of things with the game, let's try and do some kind of compliment sandwich here, although it's going to be multi-layered. Combat. I think combat was good. I think it was breakable. It was definitely breakable. And I think that was part of its charm. It was trying to find out a good way to break it. I actually kind of liked in the mode that we were playing in Nightmare, even though it wasn't that difficult, which is a little disappointing for Nightmare. But I liked that all the enemies had really high health. Usually I don't like that, right? Because they always feel a little spongy. But in this game, it was a call to try and figure out ways in order to, like, get past it, in order to overcome it. Trying to figure out, okay, so if I do this, I can increase our damage by like this, and this will mean that the fight will go quicker, and then it means, like, say, in fights like the end fight against Elgar'nan, we didn't have too much trouble because we've been building our build the whole way through. But if we were with a worse build in that fight, it would have been horrible because we were taking lots of like random damage that hit us this way and that way and just lowered our health over and over again. So we would have run out of potions probably on a different build. So yeah, I liked combat. I don't think it was perfect, but I liked it. There were people saying it didn't feel RPG enough, like it didn't feel like in the previous games. But my hot take is I actually don't think the previous games' combat systems were good. I don't think Origins was good, at least not the way I played it. I just used Blizzard round corners. I don't think that's good. Like, if a system that encourages you to do that. I knew there was music from Inquisition. I knew there was. It's right in there. It just said it. Perfect. Okay, we're at EA Central teams. I thought we were about to end and I was getting ready for the post-credits, but no, we've got all the EA legal teams. That's fine. Where were we? Yeah, I think Origins combat was not very good. I think Dragon Age 2's combat is well documented as not very good, but is that because of encounter design or not? Who knows? Inquisition's combat was also not very good. Like, I think it was like just a bad version of this combat, essentially, in a way, as in it felt like it wanted to be an action game, but it wasn't but it wasn't an action game, if that makes sense. Like, it wanted to be a game which had impact when you hit things, but instead you swung your sword and it kind of like did some damage, maybe. Like, it didn't have the same thing where if you stabbed someone with a dagger in this one, there was an impact, right? It was lacking a little bit of that for me. I mean, I liked some of the tactical stuff maybe a little better, but yeah, this one felt like a combat system that knew what they were trying to achieve. It had some depth. Maybe it could have been more difficult. Maybe they could have taken away some of the invincibility frames during like basic attacks, but it was okay. I think it was it was good. Yeah, in terms of companions, I'm very surprised that they did actually kill off a companion, like, solidly, and it was apparently a choice, unless, of course, you just chose Davrin and then it wasn't a choice, in which case it would annoy me, but I think that they specifically chose a character to die, which I think is interesting. I'm disappointed it was hard. It ended up being Harding, because her story felt like it should have more to it, but then it didn't, which, I don't know, it feels a little disappointing. I don't know. I still like the story from it. I like that they did it. I also really liked the Varric reveal, because I didn't see it coming. But all the way through I was like, isn't it weird that Varric isn't coming outside? And it never crossed my mind that the game was just lying to us. I kind of need to... I'm probably not going to, but I might want to go back at some point and just see, like, did they ever refer to him? Were they just talking to themselves? Because I'm sure we walked in on a conversation between someone and Varric, but they might have just been talking, like, to a Varric who wasn't there, just talking to themselves. So, yeah, I like that part of it. And it was good that Neve wasn't dead, because she was thoroughly put upon in our game. Yeah, I'm not sure what the harden system was. I know that harden system, I looked up some things with it. The harden system was that Lucanus or Neve was hardened, depending on your choice at the start of the game. That was it. That's the only time the hardened system ever actually happens, as far as I'm aware. Which just seems weird, right? Like, well, I get the feeling maybe they wanted to put more in there, possibly, but they just didn't. And that was another, like, the game felt like there was so much that they could have polished up and done, but they didn't. And I'm guessing it's because they actually wanted to release the game, and they were getting to the point where they were, like, I think it's year 9 in development this one came out. They really needed it, like, out the door at some point. So I can understand it from that point of view. Yeah, there was also a lot of pushback for this game director that left recently, but the game director had only worked on the game for about 2 years, right? So literally all they had done is come in and turn it into a single-player RPG that released. So with that kind of knowledge that you had people that, like, EA were bringing in people specifically to release the game, you can definitely see why some things were cut, because potentially it was like, we just gotta work with what we have. Like, for instance, in the start of the end, where you had the scene where they're all arriving in Menrathis, they had Manfred in his old outfit, and I was looking at it, I was going to mention it at the time, and I was like, no, they had Manfred in his old outfit because this is an earlier done scene. The lighting is completely different as well, right? Like, the entire feel of that part of the game feels completely different, and that's because I suspect it was done earlier in development. Or it was at least done before some of the companion quests were confirmed and finished, right? And it seems that the kind of thing that might have got, like, polished up had they had another year or two, but if they had another year or two, who knows what they would have turned the game into at that point, right? So, yeah. I don't know. But yeah, the ending was interesting. I liked the attempt to do Mass Effect 2's suicide mission. I kind of feel like Mass Effect 2 did it better, which is not a great sign, because I don't think Mass Effect 2 did it particularly well either. But I understand what they were going for. I definitely understand what they were going for. Yeah, it also seemed like with our playthrough in particular, we only had a few people who could actually do some of the options, and I was like, yeah, well, it's obviously it's that person because everyone else is not correct, so therefore it has to be them. So, yeah. But it was interesting. I liked seeing the cutscenes and your choices going through them, and it was like, it felt like you had built up to that moment, which is good. Trying to think of anything else for the game. I mean, in terms of bugs, we saw a couple. Just a few, like they were usually combat bugs, like an enemy that just wasn't dying or something. But the game was fairly bug-free, at least in terms of what we were seeing. It was fairly, like, well-made, which it's nice to see when you're playing, like, effectively the first patch of a game. Apparently there were some more issues on day 0, or not day 0 patch, like the day 1 patch, there was like some more issues, but I haven't seen any major issues since then, so yeah, definitely good there. But yeah, my other complaint was that they had systems that felt like they didn't quite fit together. Like they had some systems that obviously felt like they were going to do more. I feel like they were going to do a ton more of the companions. Like they had a whole bunch of systems, like the Hero of the Veilguard system, the Hardened system, which I felt they were going to do more with, and they didn't. And I definitely get the feeling like that is content that they went, we just have to ship what we got. So, yeah. But I do have to say as well in here, I did like the game. If I was thinking about how to rank this Dragon Age game, in terms of like all the Dragon Age games, I don't know where it would go. And unfortunately, it is competing with nostalgia. Because in my head, I'm like, well, like, Origins or 2 is probably my favorite. But objectively, like, in my head, I'm like, 2 was not very good. I was just at the age where I thought Fenris was really cool. Right? It's not like when I first played it. It's not like it was good for any particular reason. I'm just like, oh yeah, Fenris was a cool character. Like it has no, I could never back up the reasoning for putting 2 high. So yeah. And Origins, I just really like the companions. I think Inquisition maybe is lower than this game. I would say that potentially I would put Inquisition lower than this game, but I don't know. Also, bringing the Inquisitor back was a weird decision in this one. And it's another one where I'm like, why did they tie themselves to the Inquisitor? They didn't have to do it. You saw what Inquisition did to the hero of Ferelden. They just said they were busy. They said they're busy and they're not going to come back for this. Like, they've got other things going on. They got their own stuff to deal with. But in this one, they're like, no, let's bring back the Inquisitor. Which led to that really weird scene at the end of the game with Elgar'nan, where he's... not Elgar'nan, with Solas, who was like, we used to be friends. And I'm like, no, you didn't. He hated you. He absolutely despised every single thing about you. And on top of that, at the end in Trespasser, he's like, it was effectively him going, finally, I don't have to listen to you. It was effectively the vibes I was getting from Solas. It was, I can finally take power away from your unworthy hands, because you were truly the wrong person to be leading the Inquisition. Like, it felt weird. It assumed your Inquisitor was fundamentally good, which almost means that I should have used the Inquisitor from our first playthrough. However, he was as bland could be, and trying to create a Qunari was a more interesting challenge. Also, can we talk about the Qunari? Because now we've played an entire game, I still don't understand why the Qunari in the character creation, like, can't look like the Qunari in game. maybe you have to wear helmets. Maybe that's your answer. Maybe the helmets make Qunari look really good. Because helmets made elves look horrible. Or at least our elf look horrible. Although our elf did have a very odd look for elves. If I'd maybe had him with a, like, flatter face, maybe he would have been better. Maybe less pointy ears. But yeah, like, all the Qunari in game, like, all the Antam, they were quite clearly wearing, what's it called? Like, they were quite clearly all wearing helmets, like, all through the game. There was never a Antam, at least that I can remember, that wasn't wearing a helmet. Which to me means that they knew that the Antam looked bad without helmets. It's a weird decision. Now, the very cynical part of me, like, thinks that, especially because some of the concept art showed the Qunari not looking like this, is because it was easier to, like, put them in, because they looked human. Also, dwarves in this game, they also just look like mini-humans, which isn't how the dwarves looked in the other games. Like, dwarves, say, in Origins, they're like stout, they're like stout fellas, but they look bulky. That's not really how they looked in this game. They look too thin, I would say, in a way. As in, they look too, like, just like you've used a slider on humans. So I'm wondering whether Qunari look the way they did, because effectively they're just human models with horns, right? And that was how they were trying to do them, so that they were easier to, like, you didn't have to develop a special asset for the Qunari version of the character or something. I don't know. I'm just guessing, but yeah. As I suspect that is probably the reason, but it's a little odd. Also, the Qunari were surprisingly absent in the game. I know that there was a lot of Antam, right? But the thing that they'd been setting up wasn't the Antam. Like, what they'd been setting up before now was the Qunari going to war with the Tevinter Imperium, and there was going to be this big conflict, which there just kind of wasn't. I mean, there was Antam around, but like, no more than Trespasser, I guess. Like, there was a lot in Trespasser, but there wasn't, like, they weren't huge. Outside of Treviso, they weren't hugely important to the story. Which seems odd to say, because they were all over the place, but they weren't hugely important. But that is kind of what they've been setting up until now, so I don't know. In theory, the teaser, at least in terms of the circle stuff that we found, implies that there's something that the Qunari are scared of, and that Tasha's quest with the tablet implies that there's something that the Qunari are scared of, and that's something that's gonna be imminent. But is this another bait and switch? Is there gonna be another game? I mean, they've obviously set up stuff for another game, but I have no idea if they're gonna make it. I kind of assume so, but it also probably, realistically, depends on how well the new Mass Effect does, whenever it comes out, or however it is received, because the new Mass Effect is effectively the last project that is still at BioWare, as far as I'm aware, because everyone from this game got moved on to the Mass Effect game after this released, as far as I know, so yeah. I'm assuming it'll be if the next Mass Effect does well, then the next Dragon Age is sure in. Otherwise, BioWare is in a little bit of an odd spot, but I don't know. We'll find out. I also don't know if there's any additional stuff for this game. I know Inquisition and 2 had a load of books and comics and things. There was a TV show before this came out, which I did watch, and it was set in the Tevinter Imperium, I think. For some of it, I just don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you whether anything in it was relevant to this game. But yeah, it was. Yeah, I wonder if they're going to do anything like that to add to this story somewhere. Trying to think of other things that people have talked about online about this thing. Again, I have to reiterate, I did like the game. You know, I'm thinking this game, if I had to put it on a rating out of 10, like 8. Maybe. I think 8 probably fits where I would put things. I would probably also, if I had to put Inquisition at out of 10, I would probably put it at 8. So, you know, we're kind of in the... oh, we're at the end of the credits. So they're all kind of, you know, I do like the game. Oh, I don't need to think of anything else to talk about. Controller was disconnected. You're right, the controller was disconnected. Your credits were very long. I'm sorry. Okay, post-credit scene.
The storm quelled. The sun dimmed. The wolf defanged. At last, we have balanced.
That's Shadow Dragons? Oh, that's Loghain.
Whispered.
That's Dragon Age 2.
And soon,
that's Inquisition.
The poisoned fruit ripens. We come.
The Veilguard remains vigilant. The poisoned fruit, the corner. Okay. Veilguard remains vigilant. Wait to see where it takes me. They said, I think they said there's no DLC for this game. Which makes it odd that they said the Veilguard remains vigilant. Are they expecting the next game to be Dragon Age the Veilguard 2? Let me just check something with the load game. There is not a load, yeah, there is not a load the game on a new thing. Okay. As in like load just the base, which I was curious about. So we played for 94 hours and 46 minutes and 56 seconds on the save, but that is not actually how long the game took, because this is only what was saved, which doesn't include reloads, I assume. Let me have a look. So how many hours do I have in it? Probably more than I want to admit. 123 hours and 0.1. Also, 100% of the achievements in the game. It was the poison fruit ripened, it said in the corner. Yeah, 100% of the achievements, which means I think we did everything. Which seems correct to me. At least in terms of like what you could do in one playthrough. We had like 89% codex. I think somebody said in the comments that they finished one and they got 91% codex. So yeah, I suspect that there are some codex entries that are locked per playthrough. I would suspect that based on some things we saw, like some of them were definitely choice based. Maybe some of them are locked depending on what background you chose. I don't know, I guess you could prove it by loading up a game in each background and checking how many codex entries there are for each thing. Because some of them were definitely for your background in particular, so yeah. But yeah, it was a good time. Trying to think of any. There was something else I wanted to say, and then I got. Yeah, so the post-credit scene. So what they're implying is that everything that's happened in all the games up until this point has been influenced by some force which was staying hidden because of Solas and the Evanurus. That's what they're implying. They're implying that effectively, because Solas was still around, they didn't want to reveal themselves. Which is interesting, because there's no hint as what that could be up until this point, at least as far as I know. So, yeah. But it was interesting, because I recognized Loghain, and I was like... Because Loghain was the main antagonist of the first game. Which is weird to say, because obviously there was an archdemon in it. But the main antagonist was Loghain. He was the main... rival of your character, effectively, in that game. He played the other side. He could also have been on your side, but, anyway. He was one. I think he can also still be alive in the game state, although they probably won't reference that. So he was there. So they're implying that they influenced Loghain, which you would have to assume, if you think about that logically, and what did that affect? Loghain caused King Kaelin to die, and for the Darkspawn to spread, for the Blight to spread. It was stopped by the Hero Ferelden, but if it hadn't been stopped by the Hero Ferelden, the Blight would have taken over all of Ferelden and started spreading and spreading and spreading. So somebody wanted the Blight to spread. That was the first one, for some reason. Or they wanted chaos in Ferelden, or they wanted a weaker Ferelden. Okay, that was the effects of Loghain. That was the main effects of Loghain. Dragon Age 2, what they showed there was Varric's brother finding the red lyrium statue. So what they're saying is that whatever this force was, it got the red lyrium statue out there. Now, what was the main effect of the red lyrium statue being out there? The spread of red lyrium. Until this point, red lyrium had not really been spread far. Now, red lyrium, we've been told, is blighted lyrium, I think, is what we're going for. Unless it's just angry titan, which is also like the angry titan lyrium we found inside the titan with Harding. That was also red, but the blight is effectively the anger of the titans or something. So I guess it makes some level of sense that it would be red if they were angry as well. So spread of red lyrium. So maybe something related to the titans. Titans were killed by Solas, in a way, or yeah. So that could be like something relating to the titans. They did have a lot of titan lore without any payoff in this game. Like there was payoff for Harding in her companion quest, but there was no payoff in the game for the titan lore that they dropped. Really, I mean, they also dropped a lot of lore about Solas and the titans, and there was no payoff there. I don't know if there would have been if you'd been a dwarf. Maybe there was more you could do if you were a dwarf. There was a lot of things where I was like, maybe if you were a dwarf, you could have done something. I did like how the game handled the different factions and races and things, and how it handled like what options you had available with them. I think that was a good point for the game. I think that it did a very good job of making you feel like your character was a veil jumper for my character, and that was the correct decision, right? You were a veil jumper, and that is the main story is you were a veil jumper, right? Strife was even written into the story, which I think is kind of interesting. People reference that you were a veil jumper. People reference this a lot. They did a very ham-fisted way of doing it, which again is kind of how they did a lot of things with the like story of your past, but they kept bringing up things. They kept referencing it. They kept saying, oh, you have this reputation, right? I think that's really cool, and I bet if you chose another faction, and I've heard some things about other factions, then you would have had a similar experience. You would have been like, let's say you chose Grey Warden, you would have been like, of course, this is a story about the Blight, right? This is a story about how the Blight is handled and about how it came to be, and this is your Warden discovering this stuff. You could have been like, hey, I'm a Shadow Dragon, and this is actually a story about freeing Minrathous. Right, this is about a story about breaking Minrathous out of Venatori control, right? You could have framed the story in so many different ways. It's very interesting to see how that would have affected things. But yeah, anyway, back to the post-credits thing. And then they said the Evanuris have been defeated, so that was the last of the Evanuris who are dead now, so there are no more Evanuris, and Solas is locked away. So, there's no more elven stuff at all, in terms of gods or that sort of stuff, and now it's ready to strike. And it was going to strike at the Canary, at least from my understanding, unless it's a different thing than the Canary we're talking about, the storm that was coming. So, yeah, I don't know where it's going with that. I suspect it's deliberately a little vague, because they did kind of write themselves into a corner with Solas. Not in a bad way, necessarily. They had a lot to work with, but they wrote themselves into a corner. I did like Solas as well. I felt he was really well written. I liked him more than I liked him in Inquisition. In Inquisition, until Trespasser, I was kind of like, meh. People really like Solas, but I don't get it. After Trespasser, I was like, I get it. I like Solas. right? I'm in. But in this game, he was very, very good. Yeah, I really liked how they did a lot of his scenes, and how they everything with him was very consistent and very consistently plotty and intriguey and betraying everyone, and then going, "I'm sorry, I'm truly am sorry, but I have to do this." And it's like, you are not sorry. If you were sorry, you would have not done it 10 times. Anyway, rant about Solas over. But yeah, anyway, I think I should probably end this episode at some point. We're about to hit like 3 hours, so yeah, I don't know if I'm going to cut this into 2. I don't know if there is a good cut point. I'll need to have a look. I also don't know if I'm going to cut the previous episode into 2, because that was another 2.5-hour episode or something, but I don't know if there was a good cut point in that one either, so I have no idea. Anyway, if you enjoyed this series, please consider liking, commenting, all of that sort of stuff, because or at least do it on whatever series comes next, because that's useful. And if you're interested in more RPG content coming up, we are coming to the end of Metaphor as well, so that's a pretty much complete series. Well, it's most of the way through the game series that we were doing. We are near the end of SMT5 as well, so that is again a series that's coming towards an end. Future things that I want to do, we have a Baldur's Gate 2 playthrough, which is halfway through, which we're going to go back to, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 potentially, Avowed potentially, or like bigger RPGs that I'm looking at playing that are coming up this year. But beyond that, I'm not entirely sure what the next RPG is. I have no idea. I need to think about it a little bit more. But if you have any ideas, please let me know, because I'm also interested in seeing what people who watch particular series want to see next. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.